Hey everyone, my name's Matthew and welcome to Brick Breakdown. Today we're going to be building and reviewing the new LEGO Ferrari SF90 XX Stradale. But before we begin, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't yet, make sure to hit subscribe. This is set number 77254 and it was released on January 1st, 2026. This set is rated for ages 9+. It contains 339 pieces and retails for $35 Canadian, $28 US, or 28 euros. The Ferrari SF90 XX Stradale is a very track-focused and high-performance version of the regular Ferrari SF90. I've had the pleasure of seeing an SF90 in person before, and they are such beautiful cars. On the front of the box, where this is not an 18+ set, we get a lovely photo of the car driving along a nice woods road. On the back of the box, we get the LEGO car hitting a power slide around a racetrack, a photo of the car head-on, and a photo of the car in real life. So let's open up the box. We get the instruction manual, a sticker sheet, the chassis, and then 5 numbered bags. Opening up the instruction manual, we get the LEGO Builder advertisement, and then we get 2 graphics of the LEGO cars. We then open up bag number 1, where we start to build the minifigure, which comes with 2 different expressions. We can also remove the hair for a racing helmet, and to finish off the look, we give them a wrench. We start by building the chassis, and right away we get more flower elements. And if you watch my video on the McLaren W1, you know that these elements are all throughout the set, but they get buried and we never see them again. We then use our first stickered element of the set for some of the interior controls, and then we attach it to the inside of the car. We use some more flower elements, these very cool and colorful pink elements, which allow us to attach this colorful piece once again using an interesting building technique where the studs now sit on a flat tile and can attach properly sideways. Bag 2 is the largest bag of this set. We start by building some of these rear diffuser elements, and then we attach them to the car. We then build the exhaust and attach that as well, and then we can flip the diffuser up into place. After that, we use what looks like a wheel cover, but it's a little bit wider and less tall, but it acts as some bodywork above the exhaust. After that, we attach the first printed elements of the set, which are the wheel fenders, and then we use these angular pieces to cover up some more of the flower elements. We use another printed element with the Ferrari logo on it to build out some of the rear of the car. We use these double slanted tiles, which are brand new for this set and really add to some of the curvature, and then we use these flat panels to cover up some of the flower elements to end off this bag. Now, let's open up bag number 3. We add some great green coloring in the front, and then we add some more flower elements. We build out the interior with this display screen, and then attach it to the car. We build out half of the front wing, and then we build out the other half and attach it. We put on the front fenders, and now the car is starting to take shape. And then we add some more flower elements to the build to finish out this bag. Now, let's open up bag number 4. We add some curved elements to the front of the car, and then we build this middle front wing element, which is a little bit delicate, but it does look great. After that, we come across this sloped element, which has a printed black line on the front, but then we need to use a sticker to put the Ferrari logo on it. I don't know why LEGO just didn't make this piece fully printed. We then put on the printed front headlights, which look great, and then we attach some printed Ferrari decals on the side of the car. Next, we build the wing, and then attach it to the rear of the car. We then open the final bag of this set. We use this very cool sloped element which sits on top of another slope, and this all becomes the rear engine cover. We then attach it to the rear of the car, and it sits at a slight angle which looks great. After that, we assemble the wheels and tires. We get these super low profile tires and these custom Ferrari rims. And no, they're not just a hubcap like most Speed Champion sets get. They're a custom Ferrari wheel and they look amazing. We then put these wheels on the set. We attach some tiles to the bottom. And then we put on the printed front windshield. And just like that, this set is done. Alright, so we've officially finished this build. So now let's talk about some of my likes and dislikes with this set. Firstly, the car looks great and the build experience is so much fun. I figured I would enjoy this build, but honestly, it was a lot more fun than I thought it would be. The lines connect, there's not a lot of studs showing, And they've used some really cool building techniques and pieces just to bring the set together and make it look super realistic. My next like is that there's a lot of color in this build. And it might just seem like it's the red on the exterior, which is a fair thought, but there's a lot of color underneath on this car. There's gold, blue, green, and so forth, all buried deep inside this build. Details and added colors like these really add to the build experience and make building a set just that much more fun, especially when it's dominated by colors like black and red on the outside. Now my next like is that there's a little Easter egg that has returned. Previously on my channel, we've reviewed and talked about the new McLaren W1 Speed Champion set. And in that build, there's a lot of small flower elements used throughout that get buried and we never see again. And it's the exact same situation for this car. Throughout this build, there's a lot of those same gold flower elements that we use throughout and then we cover up and we never see them again. So once again, a cool little Easter egg that just makes the build experience that little bit more enjoyable. My next like is that there's a lot of printed elements and very few stickered elements. Having all these printed elements really makes the car just look that extra bit better where everything's perfectly in line and looks great. And it also makes for a more enjoyable build not having to put on a ton of stickers. This is also great news for people who enjoy building sets but not putting on the stickers. You can still get the core look of this car and it doesn't look that empty without some of the stickered elements. Next, we get these super cool Ferrari wheels. Most Speed Champion sets, they come with the wheels and then we put a hubcap on them to get the look that that car has. However, on this set, LEGO has made fully custom Ferrari wheels. There's no hubcap element, it's all one element and it looks great. They come with printed Ferrari logos on the center of the wheel and even the spokes are angled inwards. It's not a completely flat wheel. So once again, some really cool details and angular details on this set. And my last like is with the interior. I think they've done an amazing job bringing this interior together. There's not many studs showing. There's lots of angular pieces and plates to mimic the dash and some of the curves on the interior of a car. And it just doesn't look like the interior was an afterthought. It looks like they spent a lot of time and detail trying to get it right. So because of that, I really loved putting the interior together on this car. Now, let's talk about some of my dislikes. And truly, I really don't have anything that negative to say about this build. Firstly, one of the things that I thought could have been improved just a little bit more is with the front wing. They've used this really cool building technique in the center to get the signature look that the car has. However, it is a little bit fragile, so you don't want to bump it too hard, and sometimes it can be a little bit tricky to get lined up or looking perfectly straight when looking at the car front on. So it just takes a little bit of extra tweaking to get it right and just be a little bit gentle when handling that part of the car. My next dislike is actually probably my biggest dislike with this set, and once again, it's truly not that big of a deal. On this set, we get this middle front hood area, and the front of the piece has a black printed line on it. However, to put the Ferrari logo on the front of the car, we have to use a stickered element. I don't know why LEGO just didn't make this piece fully printed with the black line and the Ferrari logo. It's a little bit interesting. Once again, it's a stickered element. It's a little bit tricky to put on. You want to make sure you get it straight and looking good. So I don't know why LEGO just couldn't have printed this whole piece and made it look even better to start. And my last dislike, which once again isn't a huge dislike for me, but that there's a little bit of a gap between the windshield and sort of this back engine cover area. It's truly not that big or noticeable, but I've noticed some people online aren't too keen about it. Sure, you can see some bit of a gap there where the engine cover is angled, which is why that gap exists, but it's truly not that big or ugly looking. So for my overall recommendation, I really can't recommend this set enough. It looks great, it's super fun to put together, there's tons of color and fun building techniques. It just checks every box for a very great set. So with all of that being said, I hope you enjoyed this review. Give this video a like if you did. Comment your thoughts down below. Do you have this set yourself? Do you like it? What did you think about it? I'd love to know all about it. And most importantly, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. Thank you for watching Brick Breakdown. I'll see you next time.